You've seen Thor, the film that tided fans over until the Avengers. Now experience the film that will tide fans over until the Avengers 2. Thor: The Dark World. Thor is back in another perfectly adequate Marvel movie that pleasantly killed a few hours of your
Makes
time
sense.
with enough cool visuals, action, and humor to keep you from wondering, why does the Elfman want to shoot magic Kool-Aid into the sky holes? Return for another post-Avengers movie full of references to the Avengers,
You were in New York. That was for New York.
but no actual Avengers. Instead of Earth's mightiest heroes, watch Thor team up once again with Heimdall, the watchful guardian who can see everything, except for the spy, and Thor's girlfriend,
I can't see her.
and this gigantic spaceship directly above him. The Warriors 3, who are so replaceable they switched out one of the actors and you totally didn't notice. And
even
everyone's
realize.
favorite, Loki, the charismatic trickster who no one should trust by now.
You still don't trust me, brother, would you?
No, idiot. When he's not battling yet another forgettable bad guy, watch as the mighty Thor mopes around Asgard in a Snuggie because he's still hung up on a girl he spent one long weekend with and hasn't called in 2 years.
Where were you?
Natalie Portman returns as Jean Grey from the X-Men Phoenix Saga with the help of her wacky sidekick, her other wacky sidekick, and her other wacky sidekick's wacky sidekick. They'll discover the Convergence, a piece of science mumbo-jumbo everyone keeps trying to explain.
Once a cycle, all the worlds align.
The alignment is only temporary. He must be in exactly the right place at the right time.
Physics is gonna go ballistic. Increases and decreases in gravity, spatial extrusions.
Whatever. Can we just see Thor hit something with a hammer again?
That's it. That's all I want to see.
Thank you. Travel across the 9 realms, ranging from Earth to Vanaheim to Svartal to Asgard, home of the most impenetrable city ever. So ride along with the God of Thunder.
We are not gods.
So ride along with the Guy of Thunder for another celebration of the male form in all its beauty, featuring ass, tush, and pixelated balls. Starring Gale's brother, Natalie Portwoman, for Loki, Goldeneye, the Nutty Professor, and Oscar, Ken Jennings, Stanley, and Mugatu. Thor: The Dark World.
Now you're thinking with portals.
So, you have a Thor sequel script for me. Yes, sir, I do. And you know how the first movie started with Odin narrating over a flashback of a big war between Asgardians and an evil race over some magical artifact? Oh, so you're gonna mix that up a bit, start it differently? No, I'm gonna do that again. Oh, you are! Except this time, instead of frost giants, it's dark elves, and the magical thing is called the Ether. Well, I guess that's slightly different from the first movie. Oh yeah, slightly different from the first movie's the name of the game here. Nice. Yeah, like we're gonna do that thing again where a major plot point involves Thor going against his dad's wishes to take on an enemy. But it's not the same enemy, so it's slightly different. Exactly. Amazing. So anyway, we're gonna meet up with Thor, and he's gonna be all sad and mopey. Oh, that's interesting. It's like, hey, what if Thor was less fun as a character? Right, so yeah, he's all bummed out because he misses Jane. But wait, wasn't he just on Earth for the Avengers movie? Yeah. If she's all he can think about, you'd think he would have reached out to her or something. Yeah, he was just so busy, you know, there was no time. He went out for shawarma. Yeah, just super busy. And didn't they only spend like a couple of days together several years ago? Yeah, but the bond they created is strong and eternal. What if Natalie Portman doesn't come back for another movie in the future? Well, we'll just have them break up, it's no big deal. Great, yeah. So how does she get involved in this movie? Well, we're gonna have her happen to be the one human on Earth to stumble upon a portal, which then happens to bring her right next to the Ether, which happens to take over her body, which then makes her integral to the plot. Wow, that is a real stretch. Yeah, well the thing is I hear stretching is actually really good for you. That's a good point. Stretching is tight, especially when your muscles are feeling tight. Anyway, so because she kind of activated the ether, this dark elf Malekith wakes up from hypersleep. Oh, what's his deal? Well, there's this convergence thing happening where all the 9 realms align, so he wants to use the ether to plunge them all into darkness. Why? Because he's evil. Why is he evil? He's not very nice. How come, though? He's the bad guy. Oh, that's as deep as this goes, isn't it?
That's
yeah, he's
it.
a big meanie, just a real bully. So who else is in the movie? Oh, well, Darcy the intern's gonna be in the movie again, and now she has an intern too. Why? Because he's like a sidekick. Isn't she already a sidekick? Yeah, so adding another one's like an extra layer of comedy. Is it? Maybe. I don't know how these things work. Fair enough. Anyway, so then the whole story's helped along by the fact that Heimdall is horrible at his job. What do you mean? Well, his whole thing is that he sees everything and he's supposed to guard the Bifrost Bridge. Right. But he can't see Jane, so Thor has to go get her. Oh. And then he doesn't notice an obvious enemy sneaking past him. Damn. And he doesn't realize there's a giant invasion until it's too late. Wow, yeah, they should probably find someone else to do his job. Yeah, well, to be fair, it seems like everyone on Asgard is pretty incompetent. How so? Well, for one thing, they put prisoners in cells in their full armor without checking them at all. Right. So yeah, that's gonna lead to this giant attack/prison break scene. Well, the bad guys got lucky that everybody on Asgard sucks. Oh yeah, real lucky. So what happens during the scene? Well, Thor's mom is gonna take care of protecting Jane, right? Okay. And she's gonna trick Malekith by creating an illusion that Jane was there, but she really wasn't. Very sneaky. So then she's gonna get killed. Why didn't she create an illusion of herself too? Well, I want her to die so it brings Thor and Loki together. Right, but she could have easily not died. Yeah, but I want her to. Well, okay then. So then later, Thor and Loki and Jane are gonna go to the Dark World. Okay. And Malekith is gonna get the ether and Loki's gonna get killed. But not really. Of course not. People love Loki. Okay, great. And Jane's gonna be like, man, I wish I had never found the ether. Yeah, this is kind of all her fault. Yeah, but Thor's like, you know, if you hadn't found it, then Malekith would have just found it sooner. But didn't Malekith only wake up because she found it? Right. So what the hell is Thor talking about? I don't know. Fair enough. So then Thor and Jane get trapped in the Dark World. Oh man, is it gonna be hard for them to get out of there? Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh really? Yeah, they're immediately gonna stumble onto a spot that has a direct portal to Earth. Jane even has cell phone reception and finds her car keys. Wow, that is extremely convenient. So then there's gonna be a huge battle on Earth involving portals and stuff. And what happens if Thor loses? Well, it's the end of reality as we know it. So I imagine the Avengers are gonna come help since the fight's happening on Earth? No. But they all got together to stop an invasion in the first Avengers movie. They're not gonna try to stop the end of reality? It's just not important enough to justify getting the whole team together. In the next Avengers movie, they're gonna get together to fight a snarky robot. Yeah, see, that sounds important. Thor's gonna handle this one alone. If you say so. So then Malekith is gonna get crushed like a cartoon character, and that's about it. Hilarious. So what do you think? Well, people seem to like the first movie, and this is pretty much a rehash of that, so I think we're good. Awesome. I mean, as long as the actors like it, that's all that really matters.
Pretty much. So again, this is one of those movies where I didn't really enjoy it much. I think the end scene, as far as the fight between him and the main elf, was pretty cool. Seeing them go between portals and all that kind of stuff was pretty cool. I like how they did the portal little voice from the video game in the Honest trailer one, so that was funny. I barely remember much from this one. Like overall, watching this, it kind of rehash it for me, but like if you had to ask me questions about this one, I remember Natalie Portman having the ether put inside her. Well, not put inside her, just went inside her, and that made her important to the movie. That's really all I really remember. I don't even remember the ether being explained very well as far as, you know, the reality stone and things of that nature. I just don't remember. I haven't watched the movie since the first time that I actually watched it. But I also feel like it's not shown on TV as much as like other MCU movies. Like, to be honest, for me, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, Volume 1 and 2 are shown the most on TV, I think, of any MCU movie to me. Let me know if I'm wrong, but yeah, I feel like it's on more than anything. But if I had to choose one of my favorite parts for each video, for the Honest trailer, probably would be them speaking to how Zachary Levi was cast as one of the Warriors 3, or they recast the actor. Didn't even realize, and I didn't realize until something came up about an article about actors that have been in both MCU and DC. And he's one of them, obviously, playing Shazam, and also one of the Warriors 3. I don't even remember any of the Warriors 3's names. I do remember Lady Sif, because she always comes up in the news about something, you know, there's possibly going to be a show or a spinoff show for her on Disney Plus I heard about. But the other 3, I don't even know their names. So, but that would be probably my pick for Honest trailers. For Pitch Meeting, it would be the killing of Thor's mom. The fact that producer guy is asking writer guy, why didn't she just do the same thing that she did for Jane for herself? She didn't have to die. what was the point? I just love how Ryan George puts these together. And if I had to give a winner, I would say Pitch Meeting overall. They both had a lot of similarities though. They both talked about Heimdall being bad at his job and not seeing a ship that's right in front of him, not seeing the spy come through and kind of mess things up for Asgard. Like he missed all these things, and both videos did that very well. But Pitch Meeting just has a different angle that it goes at with how these are. Obviously they're very different, but they hit on a lot of the same notes. And Pitch Meeting, I think, did it the best. So I will go with Pitch Meeting for myself. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Those are my thoughts. So I want to hear your thoughts. And you can also look out for a poll that I'll put out that you can vote on this Pitch Meeting versus Honest trailer. So that's where I'm going with it. I like both. Both were pretty funny. I like both, but I have to go that route. Pitch Meeting gets the win for me. I'm going to give a big thank you to all my subscribers. I love you guys. I thank you guys for coming back each and every day and checking these videos out. And also, being patient with me. This move has been a little crazy, so I finally figured out what I'm doing for my internet, and so I'm using this little MiFi from Verizon, so it's working out pretty well so far. I did do a post about that a couple of days ago, but it's great, so it's working out. If you're not subscribed yet, think about subscribing to the channel if you like this content, or share it with someone if you think they would enjoy this type of content, reactions and different things we're trying to do. I'm trying to add some more stuff as I get more in tune with my new surroundings, my new location. So I want to do some more long form stuff and add in some different types of videos in there. I'm also thinking of doing like some try not to laugh videos, because you guys see me laugh a lot, but would you like to see me try not to laugh, like my reactions to that? Because there's just a few videos I want to check out and try that out. I've never done one before, and when I do watch some, I laugh immediately. So I'm trying to see if that's something I can do. Let me know what you think of that in the comments as well. Also, before you go, some things I want you to check out if you haven't already. We got some other versus reactions between Honest trailers and Pitch Meetings. Somehow it should have ended or in there as well. They're sprinkled in. So check those out if you haven't seen any of those. You can also check out our most recent, before this one, MCU Pitch Meeting reaction, which was for Iron Man 3. It's pretty funny as well. I think you'll enjoy it. But if you've seen all that, then I will see you, as always, in the comments.